Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Modded Megaquarium, a brutal mode campaign. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So, between episodes, I have been trying to work out exactly what I want to do with this place, and I'm going to concede defeat on this level, I think. It doesn't mean we're stopping the series, don't worry about that, don't turn off. Stay with me. Stay. Good. Still here? Wonderful. Right. So what we're going to do, I have actually enabled the cheats on this. So now if I press, say, F1, we get 500 money. If we press F2, we get 1000 prestige, of the ecology. F3, we get 1000 of this science. And if we press F4, which I'm not going to do, I'm not going to cheat that much, we get some prestige as well. So what I have done is I've added in a Uber thing on here. Now unfortunately, when the people get to the top of this platform, they can actually see down into this and they get annoyed that this is on display. So this didn't quite work as I wanted it to. However, putting these two bars across here and here does block off access to this, but it doesn't need access anyway. But it does mean that people can no longer see into this over here. Now, one other thing I have done is I've added in one more of these Uber filters just here, which is giving the supplement. So I've given myself a little bit of money and added in that. And I have also added in, just over here, we have a whales poster on this side here, and this actually sells posters, and you can see it has actually been selling some as well there. And we have a shark poster over here. So we have a couple more things for people to buy, which is giving us a bit of money, but we are going to have to nurse this place through the rest of this level, and that means, ridiculously, we're going to have to sell off a couple of these and then add back in the ones just there. And I think what I want to do, I want to have a look just how good 82,000 is. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give myself 80,000 here, and I want to see just how good one of these Uber skimmers is compared to what we have here. And so it's going to take a bit because you only get 500 per click, but it means that we can get rid of a lot of these maintenance problems that we're going to have here. Now unfortunately we don't have an Uber heater as well, because that would be really nice and handy, but I'm hoping that if we actually give ourselves, I think, 120,000, then we should be able to get rid of most of these regular protein skimmers and most of these regular filters here as well. So I think that should do it just there. Now I'm not proud of doing this. I really hope that we could have actually done it a lot better in the way that we've been going about this level. However, I really wanted to have a look at these modular tanks, and I don't think at level 5 this was really the right place to do it. So I just want to get through this level now and actually get onto more of the game. I've been kind of putting off playing this level, or this game, purely because of this level. And it shouldn't be like that. I love playing Megaquarium, it's one of my favourite games, and I should actually enjoy playing it. And so now, right, on this network, that has actually given us enough for the whole network there, you can see. So we should actually be able now to take all of these away. This is on the same network as well. No, sorry, these two are on a separate network, but they don't need to be, do they? They don't actually need to be on a separate network to these. They could very easily be on the same network. So that's something we may want to consider. So this is going to need to stay. However, these ones here should be able to... Yeah, that seems alright. So just with these two, we've been able to take away, what, 10 of the other ones? There is the unicorn sturgeon fish which have grown. Wonderful. So we just need the ballan wrasse now. I don't think we actually have any ballan wrasse in here. So the next thing we're going to do, we are going to keep an eye very, very carefully on all the needs in here. I might need another Uber filter over here for the supplements on this tank. Sorry, on this tank here. Now this network is struggling a bit already. So yeah, I think I am going to change this round a little bit. We're going to have this pump here. Come on. This pump here. We are going to take off one of these and we're going to add it to here instead. And then this one here, we're going to add a tank, which is going to be as well this one. So we're going to bring all of these tanks onto the same network, and then I'm hoping that we will be able to say goodbye to all of these. Not quite. Okay, so here we go. That is the first problem. So now we may just be able to add in a single extra one of these, but no, we can't. Okay, so we are actually going to need some more filtration as well. That's because all of these guys are really fussy. So we are going to do that and hope that we can get another couple of these sorted out as well. But yeah, we should be okay now so far as all of that is concerned. So we want to have a look at the ballan wrasse. Do we actually have any ballan wrasse in here? No, we don't. These are cold water, so these are going to go in our cold water network. Will they actually fit in without killing anything? Our cold water tanks are this one down here. This has got just a single koi fish in it. What's this, by the way? We need to make sure we keep an eye on our messages. Delete all the growth reports. Oh! This is why we've been struggling. I haven't been levelling up my staff. That's exactly why we've been struggling. Because we could have had a much better team of staff. It's just we were worried about money. That's exactly the problem. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. I know that we've just increased it just a little bit there. But yeah, if we'd actually increased our maintenance team and our feeding teams, then we wouldn't need just quite as many staff, and also they would be better anyway. I was wondering why we weren't getting those reports, and it's because we just didn't level them up. Right, so let's get some ballan wrasse in here. So if we have a look at this one, the koi fish, is this going to be safe with the ballan wrasse? And it looks like it should be. So we go for the ballan wrasse, size 6 to 14, cold water, eat crustaceans, needs cave, eats cockles. Yep, should be fine. We'll go for 2 of those in there. And then once these grow up, we'll actually get another 200 base prestige, which might actually push us over the edge into the 1000 that we need. We also have a zoning requirements one here. This will give us 2000. I'm not too worried about this. We know about zoning, so we may just complete this very, very quickly off camera at some point. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it for now. Now, we are probably going to be losing money per day. Let's have a look. Yep, we're losing a decent amount of money per day. I'm just going to keep this ticking over with the money income from the cheats. As I say, I've had enough of this level now and I just want to complete it. Now we could complete it just by pressing F4 like 3 times, but I think that's a little bit boring and I actually want to complete it semi-legitimately, I suppose. Now a couple of people down in the comments and in messages as well and on Discord have said not to worry too much about like if you come stuck with the mods, then don't worry too much about putting the cheats in and doing that. But if you have like a serious objection against it, please do let me know down in the comment section. I want to hear every single bit of feedback, whether it's constructive criticism, whether it's just shouting at me that I'm doing something wrong, whether it's you don't like my gameplay, whether it's you do like my gameplay. Anything you want, let me know down in the comments, because it is all very, very useful and it goes to mould and to form the way that I actually play these games, the way that I produce the videos and the way that I set out my aquariums as well. So if you have major objections against what I've been doing this episode, please do let me know. But I do hope you understand that this has gone on for quite a few episodes now with no real way out of it. So yeah, let's wait for these to grow up and we will complete this quest. So we are now on day 5 out of 6 for these Balan wrasse that will complete this quest as soon as this day is over. I have actually gone through and sorted out all my staff, so they are now all very highly skilled. So we should be able to keep on top of everything here a lot more easily. I have also completed the zoning quest, which we had. These are still a bit too expensive. Let's drop those down a bit more. Stop losing prestige there. And it'll be interesting to see just how low this drops now. We're on like 11,200 something. Let's speed this up. 11,500. 11,800. But now, okay, yeah, we're spending about 3,000 to 4,000 a day. That's yeah, about 3,000 a day, but we're spending mostly on our staff. Latest feedbacks from the guests show that they love the large animals. Good job, and that has actually pushed us over to rank, well, up to this rank 7. We have everything over here. Okay, let's go. You are now rank 7 and have access to the podium and mic set. These allow you to schedule staff talks. Wonderful, okay. And so now we'll go for the, I think, the Uber heater. That's definitely going to be the first one. It's got to be the old wife, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go for that one. Right, let's press pause for a minute. Let's take stock of what's going on. Balan wrasse have grown up. That's good. Staff talks, that's okay. Oh, it's 1,400 in total that we need. Okay, right. So now we should be able to get this done a lot easier. Now that we have all of our staff sorted, we know that we're looking after our money just with, essentially, let's call them bank loans, I suppose. Yeah, let's call them bank loans. So one of those Uber heaters is worth 10 of these, which is really nice. So as soon as this is research, but we don't have a huge amount of science output, so this is going to take a while. So I suppose in the interests of fairness, let's just grab that one. Okay, and we won't do that with any of the others, but I did just want to grab that one. I suppose the next one we're going to go for is going to be the coffee machine, because we do want some extra stuff in here for that, for the vending machines. So now we want to come into here and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Get rid of all of those and add in, how expensive these are going to be. Actually, they're not too expensive. That's not bad. Let's grab in one of these Uber heaters. Okay, so that's just one machine, which is going to break down, say, every 5 days, I think, something like that. But that's got rid of even more stuff in here. And it means we can actually work in later levels, we can work with bigger tanks, and we know that all of this stuff is actually worth saving up for. So if we wanted to, one thing I think I might want to do in the next level, because I believe it is the shark one, I think, where you have to house all the sharks, is we could do with using finally that big circular mega tank that you get at rank 1, and I think that adding these onto it would be really nice to do with that. So yeah, let's wait for a while, let's speed up the time, let's find out what's happening here, and let's find out where we are at with our prestige. So I've let the game run on for a while, and we've just unlocked this California 2-spot octopus, which I think will make a nice addition to one of these cold water tanks here. It's a decent amount of science in there, doesn't like to be housed with cephalopods, so we can only have one of these in there, but it's fairly good to have in there. I think it's a decent amount of prestige basically. So we're going to choose the next one for that, and I want to focus on science output if we can. So we've got something like this. This will definitely go into one of the tanks somewhere. 30 science with 6 prestige, that's quite a nice one. If we also got something like this, this is 11 prestige, 33. They grow up to size 6. They need a very, very high skill to feed, but we have very, very high skilled staff. It is cold water, and it is a starfish. So this may be able to be added in somewhere. Let's go for this one first. And we'll see that. In this tank here, these seem okay to house with pretty much anything. This will eat crustaceans, but not starfish, so we will be able to add the starfish into here. So if we have a look for cephalopods, this will be fine with the starfish as well. So we'll add that into there. Needs a bit more of the cave. So we'll come down here and let's add in, I think these tall rocks are too tall. Yeah, they're too tall. Oh, we actually have the live rocks now as well. That's good. So if we come into here, let's just have a look. Let's have a look for cave. Can we actually do like decorations? Yeah, okay. So we have this pitted column with kelp here, and I think that will solve the problems that we have. So let's add that in right down at the front there. Okay. So now we want some crab. What's this actually feeding? This is feeding the green pellets. Let's keep an eye on everything. And I want to make sure this is being fed properly. Yes, it is. That's good. Oh, we are getting a little bit more science output now, but not as much as I would have liked. We're still very, very, very low on science. I think we're focused mainly on ecology fish in here, and it really does show. But you can see now we're actually gaining the science from that as well. One thing we can do to drastically increase the science output though is to actually add in some talks, especially now that we have Lorenzo with us. It's going to give ourselves a little bit of money to be carrying on with, and so we will add in a podium. And I want to add in a couple of these podiums around. So let's add in one there and one here. Let's do these to start with. So here we want to have a talk on the Ballon Rasp, that's worth 225. And that will be every 2 days at 9 o'clock. And then on this side we want, let's have a look, something we can do on here. Fuzzy dwarf lionfish 300 oh no, comet talk 450. That's really nice, and that will be at midday every 2 days. Make sure people don't get too bored of it. And then we also want one right down here at the entrance. This is going to be at 3 o'clock every 2 days, and then this is going to be about the gold spotted spinefoot here, which is worth 8 prestige. That'd be really nice there. And then at the back here we're going to need some of the mic stands. So let's just have a look for mic stand. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, a little bit more money, 3 of those. And then in our staff here we want to say, where is Lorenzo? Lorenzo, you are here. I'm actually going to reduce your feeding right down, and we're going to say your talking wants to go right way up. You are currently our best talker, one of the best talkers in the game, apart from I think Dante is very good as well. So let's just have a look at what other staff are available. We have Fred, Emma, you actually have talking as well. So I will hire Emma. Yeah, but other than that it's just Fred. So then if we go to managing, Emma, your talking is going to go right way up, and actually I'm going to turn off your feeding because I don't want you slowing down anybody else. Because you're feeding free, then I'm okay with that, but I am just going to turn off everything else as well, and just have those two on the talking duty. Now hopefully these will be, I mean we're getting 2 of them running at the moment. When you run on fast speed with these talks, they tend to be a little bit difficult. They tend to miss and desynchronize quite a lot, because as you can see now, this one and this one are waiting for somebody to come up. Now we're getting a lot more prestige from them. Kiki has leveled up, increase your feeding. And yeah, we're up to 1,100, let's say there. We've got the elegant feather star there, so that's going to go straight into the same tank. And we're going to grab this green brittle starfish as well, because we want one of those in there as well. So in this tank here, we're going to get, is it starfish? I'm getting used to using the search now, which is good. So this guy here, now we might be able to actually add in some of these as well, but they're not science. So that's my main thing, is just the science output. So we're going to grab one of these. Not enough money, okay, just started a new day. Lad. Oh, we need to pause on this one, because these aren't happy with something. Oh, these are congeners only. Okay, right, we can't have that in. That's a shame. Hopefully with the other one then, with this one that we are researching now, which isn't going to be soon. Oh, sorry, it isn't going to be far off. It is going to be soon before we can get that, because our ecology output is just so fast. Now we're still researching essentially the first of the science things, but as you can see, it is raising up. We're also only 250 prestige away from completing the level, and I do want to try and do that all today. So your talking is going to go up. We're going to force you to be good at that. Now I want something high in prestige. We don't have anything major. We do have these. These are again congeners only. What we might want to do is add in just a little tank down here, which can go on the same network as this, which will be for our starfish, those little starfish there. Yeah, I think that is actually what I'm going to do. So we will grab a fairly small tank, and I think it would be good to have, we could do it as a floor tank. I like these floor tanks, and in fact we can actually have this as a decent sized tank right there. Now we will need another pump for this, so we'll grab a power pump. We'll place that right in the corner just there, and we will add it to this network here. So this is now a cold water tank, and it has decent enough water quality as well. Probably not good enough for the ones we're going to add into here. So I might actually want to add in one of these Uber filters onto this. So we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more money. Unfortunately, you can't just hold it down. You do actually have to keep pressing it. So I think that'll be enough for what we need. We need an Uber filter just on there, and that will give us plenty. We've got 84% now. So now in here we've got the starfish, so we want to add in 1, 2, 3 of those, and then once we've researched these ones, then we can put these ones in there as well. However, as for starfish, this starfish here should theoretically go into there. Oh, no, sorry, this is a hot water one. Right, I'm getting this all wrong, aren't I? So let's take that out of there and move it. Like, will it go into this one? No, it won't. Let's close down all of that. Because this is the other cold water tank. Okay, let's try that again. Right, it's happy in there. It's nice and happy. Let's carry on. Right, we need some zooplankton in this tank. We don't have any just yet, so we're going to come over. We're going to move that actually over to there. That's where I wanted it. And that'll go onto there. So over here we want some zooplankton. Let's grab that. And we need to fill this in with a little bit of decoration. Let's see if there's any decor stuff that we don't have yet. We don't have a compass, so let's add that in. We don't have a lantern, let's add that in. No, let's not, because it's sticking out of the water. Let's take that lantern out. Let's actually add it in to there. Now we're really trying to push the amount of prestige items we have in these tanks now. So we can actually put a cannon in. Again, no we can't. Let's move that out of there and stick it just there. We don't have many shells in the place. Just looking for other stuff that we might not have. Well, it does look like we have everything. At least one of everything, but it's good to have multiples. Not too many multiples, but it is good to have multiples. And now this tank is up and running. We have Zhao has leveled up. You can see he's really good now. 10, 10, 7. So yeah, let's wait for a while, see what happens, and we'll come back in a minute. So I've just been adding in some of these talks here, just sorting all of these out, try and get a bit more prestige in. And I've just completed a quest I didn't actually realise I had. So I'm not sure where it actually... Complete the optional objective by putting on your first talk. Okay. So it seems like I hadn't actually fully completed one of the quests. But it doesn't actually say what the quest was. So yeah, sorry about that, I completely missed that. But we also have now some new talks. So let's just have a look at these. I've added in 3 over here and 1 just here. So here we have California 2-spot octopus talk, which is 13 prestige. Over here we have a masked puffer talk, which is 11 prestige. This actually wants to be, say, 12 o'clock every 2 days. This one is 3 o'clock every 2 days, and so therefore this one wants to be 9 o'clock every 2 days, which is the epaulet shark talk. And then over here I was just seeing what is available on here. Now this actually gives us a lot of science. So yeah, I'm going to go for the elegant one there, and that is every 2 days at, let's say, 12 o'clock. Right, so we may need some more, may need to start giving people some talking skill here. I'm actually going to increase your talking up to a second. No, in fact, I'm actually going to bring your talking right up. And we still don't have Dante available. So if Dante ever becomes available, we definitely will do that. But as you can see, we are now actually nearly finished. If this ticks over, and there we go. That is the level 1. Wow. Finally. That was a struggle. This was a real struggle. And I'll talk a little bit about this just once we've read this. You've done it. You have proven that you have the creative vision and management experience needed to create an aquarium from scratch and build it into an aquatic paradise. If you're looking for a new challenge, I have identified an aquatic research facility in Hartcliffe that could be a golden opportunity. You can continue here at Napalos or for as long as you want. This message will stay in your message log and blah 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 blah. Okay, so just before we go off and do Hartcliffe, I just want to give a quick talk about this level and some of the stuff we did very wrong in it, and some of the stuff we're going to learn and take into the later levels. I started off too big too quickly. We had an idea, but we wanted to try these tanks, these modular tanks, and try and make the most out of them. And I had this wonderful, beautiful, romantic idea that you could do all of that and have all of this big, huge facilities. But I didn't take into account just how little stuff we had available. So there was a few mistakes I made. First of all, we should have just had maybe 3 or 4 of these tanks and then worked from there. Another mistake I made is just expanding out to this area here and then saying, this is it, this is all I want. It didn't give me enough space to be able to fully expand out and to do everything in stages. I remember now that in the original modded in the original campaign we did, in the vanilla campaign, in every level we started off with a small little feeder aquarium and then expanded out from there. We got ourselves set up and ready and profitable first, and then we actually expanded out. And because we did that, we had our infrastructure set up, we had money coming in, we had our staff leveling up. That's another mistake I made, but we did not level up our staff. If you don't level up your staff, they will fall behind. And we saw that very quickly at the beginning of last episode, where everything just started dying on us. And that's not good. That's never a good thing. So yeah, that's something we are definitely going to make sure that we take care of. Also, making sure you keep on top of ecology and science. Once you've completed all the research for one level, remember that you probably will level up again, and therefore you will need to go back to the science and ecology output. And also making sure that your prestige generating fish are front and centre, and you are definitely adding in all of these decor items. Because as you could see, as soon as we started adding these in, people started liking them, and as soon as we started adding the talks in, that was where it majorly started going right for us, right at the very end here. So yeah, that's what we're going to take into next episode. I hope you have enjoyed this level, and I'm glad that you've stuck with me through this. It has been one hell of a learning experience, this, but we will not make the same mistakes again. Fingers crossed, at least. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.